If you don't know about AFC Wimbledon, they are one of the stories of football in the last 10 years. They were formed out of the ashes, of course, of the old Wimbledon, who became the MK Dons. They're put together by supporters. They got their money together and basically they formed this new thing. And their manager, Terry Brown, was sacked last night along with his assistant. He joined the Dons in 2007. He led the club into the Football League in 2011, following 3 promotions in the space of just 4 seasons. Just take a pause because Barcelona have just scored. Let's go to Adam.
I said he'd been quiet, and it's Lionel Messi. Christian Tello on the counter-attack, to be fair, Spartak Moscow have been all over Barcelona for the last 10 minutes. Counter-attack, Christian Tello breaks the wing, goes round the one of the 2 defenders, gets there, the goalkeeper comes to him and he cuts it back to Lionel Messi, who has an open goal to slot it into, and 2-2 game on here, and I suppose quality Barcelona have on the pitch, it's no surprise really.
OK, well, the bookmakers were right with that one. Now then, let's go back to the sacking of Terry Brown. He was the 7th longest serving manager in England. He says he'll be back on his time at Kingsmeadow, and look back rather, with fond memories after guiding the side from the Isthmian League to League Two. He says, I cannot say I've enjoyed this season as it's not gone well, but my abiding memory will be our 3 promotions. I'll never forget having the honour of being the manager to AFC Wimbledon back into the Football League. It's not a time for being despondent about leaving the club. It is time to remember the fantastic times that we have had here. And they have really been one of the stories, as I say, of football in this country for many, many years. Let's speak to an AFC Wimbledon fan. Alex Mitchell is on the line. Are you surprised? Are you sad? I mean, I know he was very upset last night.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, just before I start, I wanted to correct something as well. You said about Milton Keynes Dons, the club moving there. I don't think any AFC Wimbledon fan would ever say that the club moved to Milton Keynes. I think they'd say that they're a different club altogether.
Okay.
But yeah, on Terry, I'm not surprised. I think it was inevitable, unfortunately. It was the right decision to make. But at the same time, for most Wimbledon fans, Terry has and always will be a legend. He's, got us 3 promotions in 5 years. Will always have a place in our heart for Terry, and he'll always feel like part of the club. But at the same time, results aren't going your way. Football's a cruel game, and I think it's time to depart. To part ways and move on. Unfortunately,
I've always thought with AFC Wimbledon that they've created a problem for themselves in that the amount of money that's available to them is going to be pretty finite. They don't have the way that you fund yourselves leaves you open to sort of only buying kind of League Two players. Is that unfair?
Oh, I mean, I think the model that we adopt is something that's developing in this country, but it's been very successful. You look at Germany, where clubs are all 51% by law owned by their fans, where even clubs, Barcelona, Real Madrid have not quite the same, and I know that there is the sort of global market available to them, but there is a model that is available for fan-owned clubs to succeed. And I think although we are still developing, we're attracting more people, we're attracting more fans, more and more people coming to watch the games, and with that sort of thing in mind, the club will continue to grow.
So who would you like to see take over? Because I just think sometimes it was there for 5 years, and it's like in a relationship, it's like when it's coming to an end, there's not that excitement and that sort of spark between the players and the manager. It happens sometimes. You're just there, you get complacent with each other. So who would you like to see come in to provide that spark?
Well, I mean, there's a few names been floating around already today, and I don't want to comment on the individuals. I think it's a matter for the board's sake. But the sort of person I would like to see, I'd love to see someone come in who's had the Football League experience that Terry didn't have, and I think that was, although he did a good job in his first season, we had a respectable finish. I'd like to see someone coming in with that league experience, someone that knows how League Two works, knows how even League One works, start to push us forward and look to develop us more as a club. Work with, we have, and unfortunately Terry couldn't unlock that potential this year. We've got a fantastic young squad with some great players coming through the youth team, Frankie Merrifield, Hugh Johnson, Jim Fenlon, all those players that are coming through. But unfortunately Terry just couldn't get it to click this year, and as you said, the relationship sort of faded away of how it was working. So I think what we need is someone that can come through, work with the players we've got, work with the talent that is there, and start to build us and look forward and see how we develop over the next couple of seasons.
All right, Alex, thanks very much indeed for your comments tonight. That's Alex Mitchell, who's a fan of AFC Wimbledon.